Good morning, y'all. Sorry, I was a few minutes late. I had to take a phone call. Mark was calling me about Chloe. Oh my gosh, guys, I've been on an emotional roller coaster for 2 freaking days. I just got the best news I could ever got in my life. Yesterday I didn't do my live stream because Chloe was coughing real bad. And all day I just cried. And I made the hard decision to just let her go. So this morning, Mark took her to the vet, and they didn't want to put her down. They changed her medicine, gave her some cough syrup. They upped her breathing medicine. They said her vitals was good, and they're just not ready to give up on her, and I'm not either. So that's like the best news ever, and now I'm crying over it. The breathing medicine was helping her, and then she just got that cough back. And it's like last night I was in the living room an hour with her trying to get her to quit coughing. And I went in the bathroom and I had a steamy room. I had popsicles. I done everything, y'all. Sung songs, walked her around till my arm felt like it was going to fall off. She finally quit. But see, I had upped her breathing medicine the other day, and because I was like out of choices. She was coughing. I think it was yesterday, actually. That seemed to help a lot. Anyways, the vet said I did the right thing. I knew I was doing the right thing. Yes, hooray, hooray. They did not want to put her down. Thank God. I couldn't go, guys. I could not go. I just could not go watch her die because even though I told Mark, okay, I really wasn't, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Even though I said, okay, I still had hope, I guess, or something. See, meant she's, hey, everyone. Yeah, so anyways, Martin just called and he's like, tell all your friends Chloe's coming back home. And I said, thank God. Because I've been about to have a heart attack. I've been about to have a nervous freaking breakdown. My eyes are about swelled shut. I know how that feels, CC. I had to do the same with my little Yorkie. So happy you got news. It's wonderful. They just get so sickly, those little Yorkies do. Heart failure, kidney disease. There's an elderly man we talked to at the vet last time. He brings his Yorkie in, I believe he said once a week for some kind of IV treatment. Maybe he said once a day. I can't remember. But they said the Yorkie only had 6 months to live, and it was like being a year. If you looked at the dog, you couldn't tell she was sick. Yeah, it's a great news. I'm sure you was relieved when she came back home. Yeah, well, she's not come back home yet. She's still, they just left the vet's office. She's going to go out Mark's mom's with him for a little bit, because Chloe was, Mark's mom's name is Rita. Chloe was Rita's mom's dog, Granny Wilma. We was going to bury her up there beside of Granny Wilma because we're not going to be here forever. This is like temporarily, whatever I can't even talk. Anyways, I was going to do some true crime this morning because if I kept sitting around thinking about all this, I was going to go insane. I had hypomania yesterday. And I was just exhausted. You know, when I don't make a post to tell y'all we're not doing a member stream or something, something's wrong. I just needed to cut myself off from everything yesterday. I'm telling y'all, I about had a nervous breakdown. Okay, so we're going to talk about true crime now. First off, tell y'all Trevor Gernon was arrested. Y'all probably know this. I'm behind on true crime. So he was arrested, I guess, at a traffic stop. And of course, Darian Brown has been charged with capital murder. Y'all probably know that, but we're going to talk about it anyways. Let me get my stuff pulled up. So Darian's charged with capital murder, and then Trevor gets cuffed and stuffed. He looks rough in this, y'all. Of course. Hey, Amelia. I love that name. What is that children's book that's got the name Amelia? That's what that reminds me of. That's a pretty name. Okay. Look at him. Is that dirt on his face or bruises? I don't know if he's under the influence or not. The father of the 4-year-old boy found brutally murdered on a residential Dallas street last month was arrested Thursday on outstanding warrants. Harris County Constable, 4th Precinct deputies conducted a traffic stop on North Sam Houston Parkway West and took Trevor Gernon, the father of young Cash Gernon, into custody. He was arrested on open felony warrants for 2 counts of possession of a controlled substance, 2 counts of unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, and fraud. 4th Precinct Constable Mark Herman said Gernon's bond was set at $115,000. Cash was found dead early in the morning of May 15th. Darian Brown, 18, has been charged with abducting Cash from the home of Trevor Gernon's girlfriend and killing him, leaving his body in a pool of blood. Cash's father allegedly left him and his twin brother at the home of Monica Sherrod in March when he fled after missing a court date. So she was in trouble too. I'm wondering if they committed these crimes together. Monica identified Brown as the man seen on security video lifting Cash from his crib and later returning to the boy's bedroom, although he did nothing on his second visit. Cash Gernon was already dead at this point. Dallas police said Wednesday that forensic evidence had linked Brown with the boy at the time of his death. Brown is being held on a $1.625 million bond. Now, his lawyer put out a statement. Let me find the article about him being charged for capital murder. His lawyer makes me so mad. He's like, just because it may look like him on security footage don't mean that he killed him. Basically is what he said. Oh, come on now. Come on now. He killed that little boy. He took him from his bed. He went and murdered him. Probably went and changed clothes, and he come back for the other kid and chickened out. I know it's their job to defend these weirdos, but some of these statements these attorneys put out, they sound so dumb, like they don't have any common sense. Speaking of dummies, I just watched Chad Daybell's arraignment while I was listening to it. He is so ugly, isn't he? It looked like his kids was sitting in court with him. I know that one boy had to have been Chad's son. You can tell by the forehead. Okay, what else? Right here. I need to do a stream about Casey Anthony and that cellmate secrets, because I found a good article and it's got about all the information from that episode in it, but it's a long read. It'd probably take me 30 minutes to read it. Kim Best, oh my God, no, I know. You know what? All them weirdos plead not guilty at first. They all do that. It upsets me too, and I could tell it upset Kay Woodcock, of course. She's like, why don't he just give it up? Like the kids' bodies were found in his backyard. He did something. His hands are not clean. Okay, let's see this. Stupid Daily Mail. I believe that's what this is. See how it does with the stinking ads and stuff? It like covers everything up. Okay, police have charged 18-year-old Darian Ronell Brown with capital murder over the death of 4-year-old boy Cash Gernon after new lab evidence came to light. Yeah, he probably had blood on his clothes, duh. I can't stand these people trying to act like he didn't come in and take that boy. It's like not him on camera. Get some freaking glasses. Get a magnifying glass. Okay, the charges come 4 weeks after Gernon was snatched from his bed before being found stabbed to death on a Dallas street on May 15th. Brown was already facing kidnapping and theft charges related to Cash's disappearance that were filed last month. And he reportedly tried to snatch a 2-year-old girl in February, but was thwarted then. What does that mean? I've seen that word, thwarted then. Let go. I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to place blame on anybody, but honey, if somebody comes into my house and tries to snatch any damn thing, my son, if you try to snatch my son, I'm going to, you're probably not going to leave the premises. But you try to come in and snatch anything, your ass is going to be cuffed and stuffed. I'm going to call the law. I mean, I just don't understand why that man didn't call the law on him. Some people don't like to call cops. They like to handle things their own. But, you know, when it comes to somebody trying to take a kid and stuff, you got to put that to the side and call the cops. I'm not blaming that man, you know, but I'm just saying. Okay, while police did not say what the evidence was, the Dallas Police Department said it links Brown to the toddler at the time of his death, leading to the capital murder charge being brought against him. If found guilty, capital punishment in Texas carries an automatic life sentence and even the death penalty. The desired punishment will be determined by prosecutors before the trial starts. Evidence submitted to the lab has been returned linking Darian Brown to Cash Gernon at the time of his death. The Dallas PD said on Wednesday in a short statement on its website, giving an update on the case. Therefore, he's also being charged with capital murder, the statement ended. Brown has said that he is not the teenager caught on security camera taking Cash Gernon from his crib, where he was sleeping next to his twin brother in May. He's delusional. The toddler was later found dead by a jogger on the morning of May 15th, dumped in the middle of the street around a mile away from his home, covered in blood and ants all over his feet. Bless his heart. That is him. You can tell that is him. I mean, look at the hair. It's the same hair. Okay, Heath Harris, Brown's attorney, said on Wednesday night that he was frustrated at the slow pace at which authorities were moving, but said he hoped the latest charge would mean he would now be able to gain access to evidence. It's almost a month after this tragedy, and I'm still waiting to prepare the kid's defense, he said. We can't do that till we have all the evidence. Speaking to the Dallas Morning News, Harris said he was concerned about the case being prejudiced. This is not an open and shut case. Even if you believe that's Brown on the video, it doesn't mean he killed the kid, he told the outlet. The world is basically prejudicing this whole community by saying that it's him. It is him. I mean, like, what do you want us to freaking do? It's pretty hard not to say anything when you see him come in and take a kid sleeping from his bed, and then the kid's found murdered in the street, and then he comes back for the other one. Then a few months ago, he tried to take someone else's freaking kid. I mean, come on, freaking moron. Okay. Brown's attorney also said he was awaiting to have a doctor evaluate his client's mental health to determine whether he's competent to assist in his own defense. In the meantime, Harris claimed the speculation about the case and the release of the surveillance footage from inside the child's room has made it more difficult for Brown to get a fair trial. I'd say that is true. Police have been saying for weeks that they expected to file a capital murder charge against Brown as soon as the forensic evidence was returned from the lab. See, they've got items of his that's got Cash's blood and stuff on it. Or they wouldn't charge him with capital murder. Because if they didn't have evidence like that, they wouldn't be able to charge him. All they would be able to charge him for is what? Kidnapping? They got evidence. Okay, let me see. There is no doubt who took him. As soon as I get back the lab report back here, there will be no doubt who killed him. Lieutenant Carey Wise in late May at a community meeting. Look at him trying to get in car doors right there. Let's look at these pictures. Then I'm going to look at the chat. Look, trying to break in. Common nuisance. Look, spying for kids he can kidnap and kill. He can't, he was out on the prowl looking for easy targets. He wouldn't attack an adult because look at the little skinny thing. They'd have kicked his damn ass. He had to get something weaker than him. He's probably had problems his whole life. He's probably killed animals and stuff. Look at him. Complete freaking nut. His eyes look weird. He probably is like schizophrenic or something, but hey, that's beside the point. That's definitely him. A lot of people think that, I've heard some people say that was Cameron, Monica Sheridan. It's not. It's not. Now, I know a lot of people think, he's shady, but I don't think that young man had anything to do with Cash's death at all. That's just my opinion. Was that a good home for them to be in? Absolutely not. Those kids should have never been there, right? But I still don't think Cameron had anything to do with it. Cheryl T reminds me of what those kids, those girls completely depersonalize them. Yeah. Y'all know what I hate is in these articles when they call these kids by their last name. I know they don't mean anything by it, but just say their name instead of saying like Gernon, Cash. I wish someone would try and open my gate without my permission. They'd be leaving on the curb laid out. Exactly. I always say they'd be leaving on a damn stretcher. Anybody rolls up here trying to hurt me. It's just the way it is. I'm gonna protect my son and my family. Everything I got, Anyways, prayers for Cash's family. Gosh, I just can't imagine this. And it's all over social media, and there's all kinds of crazy stuff going on about this case on social media, just like the Watts case and stuff. It's just sad. I hate that picture. Rip baby Cash. I know it. Bless his sweetheart. I feel so bad for Carter. Imagine Carter used to having his twin by his side all the time. And Cash was kind of the leader. And, and Cash, according to Monica, that's what I heard her say, Cash would kind of show Carter how to do things. But Cash took the lead. Bless his heart. I want to know the full truth about, like, the custody between Trevor Gernon and the biological mom. What is her name? I've forgotten her name. I'm just wondering, like, why she didn't have custody. I've probably been told before, but I have forgotten. Okay, what were we going to talk about next? I've got a few things. There's a couple things I don't have in the thumbnail and title. There was a teenage couple, boy and girl, that killed her dad so they could be together. I believe it's in Las Vegas. I want to read to y'all about that. But first, there was a Virginia Tech football player. He killed a man he met on Tinder because this man was catfishing him. I'll read y'all the full article. But what it was is they hooked up. And I guess the person was dressed up like as a woman and pretended to be a woman and gave this football player oral sex. Okay. And then they meet up again and he finds out that it's not a woman, that it's a guy. and he beats him to death. Let me see what's okay. Jerry Smith, 40 years old, is the victim. Let me see if I can say this. Asa Meeman David Atute, 18. He's a linebacker for Virginia Tech. Let's see. Okay. A Virginia Tech student athlete is accused of murdering a man he reportedly met on Tinder after the victim pretended to be a woman. According to the New York Post and Roanoke Times, Issa Meeman David Atute, we're just going to call him David, 18, admitted to police that he severely beat a man he met on Tinder for a sexual encounter after learning during their second meeting that the victim, identified as 40-year-old Jerry Smith, was not a woman. David first met the man, who reportedly posed as someone named Angie, for oral sex, before meeting him a second time and learning his gender. David Atute, a freshman and football linebacker at Virginia Tech, reportedly admitted to stomping on and punching Smith, which ultimately led to the victim's death. The suspect allegedly left the man's apartment without calling for medical help, despite hearing bubbling and gurgling sounds coming from the victim. According to the reports, an autopsy found that every bone in the victim's face was broken after the attack. A medical examiner determined that Smith's cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head. David Atute has been charged with second-degree murder, and a statement made by his lawyer appeared to suggest that he believes Smith was somehow complicit in his own violent death. Nobody deserves to die, but I don't mind saying, don't pretend you are something that you're not. Attorney Jimmy Turk reportedly told reporters outside the courtroom after a hearing on Wednesday. Don't target or lure anyone under that perception. That's just wrong. It's wrong to murder someone too. David Atute was released into house arrest on a $75,000 bond and is required to wear an ankle monitor. I wonder what Virginia Tech thinks about this. It's their big linebacker. Gosh, you have ruined your life and took someone else's life and ruined the family's lives of his and everything. Can y'all believe this? Hey, guys, it's very dangerous to play games with people on the internet. Unfortunately, this is not the first time that I have heard of something like this happening. Hey, Miss Maggie. I see how the football player would get mad about that. Geez, but not like kill the guy. Like, I can see like how he could be very upset about this. You know, he's heterosexual and he was duped by someone. But gosh, you can't murder someone. Punch him in the mouth or nose. I don't know I don't know. He just totally snapped, it looked like. House arrest. I know it. I know it. They took it easy on him because he's a football player. I didn't see any statement from Virginia Tech. I'm sure they'll put out one. They'll probably suspend him. Yeah, so like, how did he not notice the first time? Oh, come on now. Maybe it was dark or something. I don't know. Cece, is that a Yorkie? Yes, that's my Chloe bug. Maybe he shouldn't find your hookups on Tinder. Just say, exactly, Cheryl T. You can't murder someone because that. He broke every bone in this man's face. I can't believe his lawyer said that. Like, he brought it on himself. Yeah, maybe he deserved to be punched in the mouth or nose. But he was brutally beaten and left to die, to drown on his own blood, I guess, because it was gurgling and stuff. Yeah, Kim, I don't know if you was in here. We thought we was going to have to put Chloe down this morning. We had made the decision, but the vet's not ready to give up on her yet. I told Mark on the phone, as long as Chloe is fighting, I'm going to fight with her. I don't care how tired I get. I don't care how stressful it is. I see something about Darian Brown again. Suspect accused of kidnapping 4-year-old Cash Gernon from crib as he slept his night. Okay, never mind. Okay, never mind. We done read that. I thought it was something new. Anyways, prayers for Jerry Smith's family. I mean, it's just a horrible situation, sad situation. It's best to be honest with people. Be your true, authentic self, because there are people in the world, if you dupe them like that and you pretend to be a gender that you're not, that will freaking snap and kill you. They shouldn't do that. But they will. They will. These weirdos will. So please quit hooking up. Everybody, please don't hook up with people on Tinder or any dating app, not even Christian Mingle. There was a lady that, several women met this guy from Christian Mingle, and he raped every one of them right after he met them, picked them up for their date. He got busted, but there was like 3 or 4 of them. Okay, now I've got an awful story about some dogs. This don't make any sense to me, guys. So a toddler, 3 years old from New Jersey, falls out a window, lands in the dog yard that's fenced in. And the dogs attack the child and maul him to death. And these dogs were aggressive. And the yard is always littered with feces. Sounds like to me one of those dog owners that don't get out there and move the mess up out of the yard. That's ridiculous. How do you expect your dog to walk on that? It's ridiculous. I think I hear my little Chloe pulling up. I may get to hear what Mark says the vet says. Hey, Tracker. Okay, look. Horror. Toddler boy falls out of window. Then fatally mauled by the dogs. And I reckon this is the picture of them. Look at that. They're mean. Like Lady and Skylar, like they'll fight and they'll be, you know how dogs like play fight. Lady will fall down on her back and Skylar will bite her ankles. But they're not like, aggressive towards one another. Hold on one second. Here comes Chloe in the house and then we'll read it. She's live. Not today.
There's her medicine, cough medicine and stuff in there.
Let me see my baby. I wish I didn't look like crap. I'd show everybody.
Hey, Bubba, where'd you get Boo Boo?
Hold on, guys. Let me mute 1 second here. Oh my gosh, guys. I'm just over the moon that Chloe's come back. I mean, I was about to.
Stop her medicine. You don't give her 1 quarter. Make sure she gets 2 more quarters today.
Okay.
And then she's got some butorphanol if you really need it. But I said, we're going to try to not use that unless we have to. She's bad. You give her some.
Okay. They don't mean doctor. Don't mean doctor. Fine, give her medicine. I love you, sissy. Oh, I wish I could show you. I look like crap, though. Okay, let's get to our story here. Hold on. I'm going to shut the door for Lady tries to escape.
Right back out.
Let's go shut it a little bit. Here, Bubba, move. Oh, I'm so happy. So happy. I'm going to have to tie-dye Sissy a shirt. Get her a little plain white doggy shirt.
All her medicine's back out.
Okay.
I'll be back in a little while.
Okay. Smokey. No. Okay. Sorry, guys. This is my real life here. Okay. Let's get to it. So a 3-year-old boy died in New Jersey following a horrific incident in which he was attacked by dogs after falling out the window at his Elizabeth home. According to WABC, the unidentified child fell from a window in the rear of his home into a fenced-off area where the family kept their dogs. It's unclear how many dogs were involved in the fatal attack. A neighbor told the news station she saw the boy's mother desperately trying to pull the dogs off her son before he was rushed to the hospital, where he was pronounced dead at 6:30 p.m. About an hour after he fell. I didn't sleep all night, the neighbor, Maria Rocha, said. My heart is broken. I didn't sleep all night. More neighbors reportedly told the news station the dogs were known to be aggressive and that the area where the boy fell was typically littered with debris and feces. I just hope that he didn't suffer. You know what I mean? Rocha said. I hope he didn't suffer, that it was quick. Authorities are investigating the boy's death, and it is unclear if they are expected to file any charges. How did he fall out this window? And here is another thing I would love to know. Everybody knows that I am a big animal lover. But why in the hell do these people have these mean, aggressive dogs? Like, who wants an animal that you have to worry about biting people or killing other little animals? Listening and working. Oh, my chat's behind. Let me catch up. I mean, it just seems like there's just like a lot of these stories. There's another story in the news. Let me find it. Hold on a minute. There is another dog incident. I gotta find it, I think. Like, I just don't get it. Like, okay, so Ladybug is not very social. She barks at strangers and stuff, but I mean, she would never bite a kid if they fell down. If a kid fell out a window and fell into the yard with Lady and Skylar, they would not go over there and just start mauling. Be over there sniffing and a licking. I mean, I don't understand. And why don't people take care of their animals? When you leave them fenced in and don't interact with them, and they got to live in their own feces and urine and stuff, makes them mean. That's bad on dogs. Okay, let me see if I can find it. Oh, Sissy, I'm so happy to see you. I saw something else about a dog this morning. Oh, here's something interesting. Caretaker fatally poisons disabled friend with eye drops. Stages death to look like an overdose. I thought I saw something else about a dog attack this morning. I can't find it now. Oh, yeah, right here it is. FedEx worker has arm amputated following grizzly bulldog attack. I knew I saw something. Can y'all believe they got a section in Crime Online? It's called Dog Crimes or Animal Crimes. Sissy, what's going on with your people? Some doggies are mean, aren't they, baby? Okay. Let's see. An Illinois FedEx worker who was attacked by two American bulldogs while delivering a package on Saturday has had one of his arms amputated. Okay, an American bulldog is not a pit bull, right? I believe I'm right because I follow a guy that breeds these on TikTok. The male employee reportedly had his left arm amputated below the forearm. The man remains hospitalized in Missouri for significant injuries. He suffered his right arm and both legs. The reported dog attack occurred in Campsville. Riverbend.com identified the mauling victim as Paul Gamoser. Gamoser's brother told KMOV that Paul was delivering a package at the residence when the two dogs burst through the front door. The homeowner arrived to find their two dogs on top of the delivery man. Calhoun County Sheriff William Heffington said both dogs had their required shots at the time of Saturday's incident. We've never had any complaints. There's no past history, Heffington commented. according to the Telegraph. I feel bad for the homeowners. I feel bad for the victim. KMOV reported that the dog attack victim is expected to undergo additional surgeries. A court hearing to formally deem the dogs as potentially dangerous or dangerous, what? Potentially dangerous or dangerous is scheduled for June 15th. Hey, my mom, you can get in some serious, the homeowners are going to be in some serious trouble over this probably. My brother's pit bull followed my mom to the bus stop every day. And she was out, waiting at the bus stop, and these dogs across the road come and started to fight with Jasmine. Jasmine kicked their ass, and their owner tried to get between them. She came running out. My mom said, "Don't get between those dogs. You're going to get bit." Well, she got scratched by Jasmine's studded collar, and Jasmine took to doggy jail. And that was that woman's fault. And my mom had to pay her doctor bills, which I thought was bull crap, because anybody with common sense knows you don't get between dogs that are fighting unless you want your ass tore up. That actually happened to Red Rum Media. She got hurt bad when her dogs got in a fight one time. And, she was trying to break them up. It really, really injured her bad. She went out on a stretcher. She's told the story on her channel, or I wouldn't repeat it. Okay, now I have something else I want to share with y'all, because I'm going to be following this case. 2 young lovers plotted to kill the girl's dad, and they did. Now, I don't know if they dismembered him, but I think they planned on it. Let's see. Police obtained video of teen girl and boyfriend laughing about allegedly murdering her father. What's the girl's name? Sierra Halseth, 16. Her boyfriend, Aaron Guerrero, 18, are accused of killing her father in his Las Vegas home. Hold on, Sissy. Hold on, guys. Let me go put Sissy down. I'm going to love on you all day, Sissy. I love you. I'm going to kiss her little face off. I'm going to kiss her face off. Oh my gosh, guys. I'm so happy. I know my streams are not professional. I go from talking about crime to talking to my dogs. I apologize. My mind is all over the place. I'm going to look at the chat before we get started. It's sad to see he gets picked on at school. Very sad. Who gets picked on at school? Okay, let me go back and read your chat. My neighbor's son got eat up by a Rottweiler. Tried to eat his brain. He will never have hair. His whole scalp has staple scars. Oh my goodness. Tracker, are you serious? I know you are. If his grandpa hadn't been standing there with his gun close, it would have killed him. Oh my goodness. My youngest fell, and our old family dog. It startled them both. My son got barely bit, but mild. We didn't reprimand the dog either. It was a mistake on both parts. Dogs have reflexes too. Yeah, Smokey bit me the other day. Don't apologize why we live out your lives. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Sapphire. Thank you both. He told me once that I was the only kid who didn't say anything terrible to him. Made me so mad. His face and neck were severely burned. Hey, that's why I couldn't get along with the popular kids in school. I showed my ass in chemistry class one day. That girl better be glad I respected Miss Edwards, or I was going to tear her up. Well, let me tell y'all a little story about bullying. I went to school with this little boy named Eugene. Eugene was very, very smart. Had a crush on me. He used to help me. Chemistry, science, he helped me in everything. Okay, so one day in chemistry class, they put that stupid Hope girl in our group. And we had to come up with a name for the group. And Eugene, he had like a speech impediment. Anyways, she wanted to name the group Cecil, Eugene's middle name. And I went freaking berserk on her. I mean, I freaking blew up on her in front of God and every freaking body. I called her every name in the book. There was a table between us, a lap table. I was trying to go over top of that. I was going to wear her head out. I just had it with her and her stupid friends making fun of Eugene. He was a good kid. Okay. So that weekend, that happened on a Friday, was our spring break, his Easter break. Him and his dad go up to the lake fishing. Water's cold. Eugene drops his tackle box over the boat, bends over to pick up the tackle box, and he falls in the water. And when he went down, he hit his head on a rock, and he never came back up. His dad couldn't find him. Took him a couple days to get him out. Anyways, do y'all know she had the nerve to go to his funeral? I know kids will be kids, but hey, you don't make fun of somebody then to go to their damn funeral. Yeah, I was a badass in school, y'all. Hey, right's right and wrong's wrong. I cussed her out after that, too, in the hallway. I said some pretty mean things to her. That's why you should watch how you treat people. She never dreamed that Eugene would die that weekend. But you know what? She shouldn't have been trying to name our little science group, chemistry group, after him, making fun of him. I was just sick of it. They always made fun of him, guys. They always made fun of him. And he always helped me because, I have a hard time understanding things sometimes, especially when it comes to numbers. Hey, Titi. Okay. Now let's talk about these two little teens. I've watched many Lifetime movies based on true stories about similar circumstances. He's missing some hair there in the front. Okay, a newly released video shows a teen couple apparently joking about killing someone just days after the girl's father was found stabbed and set on fire in his home. The video, which was released by a Nevada court, was part of evidence submitted by prosecutors in the case of Aaron Guerrero, 18, and his girlfriend, Sierra Halseth. Maybe it's Helseth, 16, both of whom are charged with murder and other charges in connection with the death of Sierra's father, Daniel Halseth, 45. Welcome back to our YouTube channel, Guerrero says on the cell phone video. CBS 8 News Now reports. Day 3 after murdering somebody. We need to see that video. Wow, Sierra says while giggling. Don't put that on camera. It was worth it, Aaron says as he taps her cheeks and maybe take this down. Taps her cheeks and puts a hand around her throat. In addition to murder, the teen couple was charged last month with conspiracy, arson, robbery, and fraudulent use of a credit card after Daniel Halseth's body was found on April 9th in the garage of his Las Vegas home. Good-looking man. Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department homicide detective Matthew Hawking told the grand jury that he arrived at the scene. There was a very strong odor of lighter fluid, according to the grand jury transcripts. Once inside, police found a chainsaw, circular saw, numerous gallon-sized bottles of lighter fluid, and a handsaw. Daniel Halseth, a computer technician, had been stabbed multiple times and stuffed inside a sleeping bag before he was set on fire. Mr. Halseth was completely burned from head to toe, Hawking said. In the home, police also found multiple receipts from Winco Supermarket and Home Depot for bleach, a circular saw with extra blades, lighter fluid, gloves, and cloth packaging. Police also discovered surveillance footage from Home Depot and Winco that allegedly showed Sierra Halseth carrying bottles of bleach and Aaron Guerrero with a cart that contained a circular saw and lighter fluid. According to the Las Vegas Review-Journal, which cites court documents, the couple dated for about 7 months, but were forbidden to see each other after their parents discovered their plan to run away to Los Angeles. After the killing, the couple allegedly fled the state in Daniel's car and purchased a train ticket, after which they were picked up by the Salt Lake City Transit Authority. The attorneys for the couple could not be reached for comment. They have yet to enter a plea. Their arraignment is scheduled for June 25th. Hold on, guys. I got to check my text messages. I think that my notification is off. I got my phone charging. What are you doing, Smokey? Poor Smokey. Oh, yeah, it's Mark. Hold on. Oh, Skylar scratched the shit out of his leg. Oh, my God. He can get over it. Happens to me all the time. I got scratches all over me from the sticking my hand through the chicken's door over there when I'm shutting them underneath the trampoline. Kids can be so cruel. You'd hope that they'd outgrow it, but some don't. They grow up to be vile adults. I just watched a documentary about this girl. I believe it happened in Thailand. I could be wrong, but they were out of the country. It was a mother and a daughter. Okay. Her daughter calls her boyfriend in the States, her young boyfriend, and she pays for his plane ticket. He flies over. They kill her mom and stuff her into a suitcase. Of course, they get caught up in all of this, and they're in a jail, in a prison in another country. Bad, bad prison. No air conditioning or anything. Why all the saws? I think they were planning on dismembering him. That's what I think. Then there is another case I read about. Happened in Florida, I believe. A girl and her boyfriend killed her mom. I believe the mom was a real estate agent because she had forbidden them from being together. And then remember the case, I believe it's in New York, New Jersey, Long Island, somewhere like that. Cheryl, God, what is her name? Cheryl Pierce. I did a video on her before, and there's a Lifetime movie. But she got her boyfriend to shoot her dad when he was leaving for work one morning. And she actually, I think she got out of trouble for that. Bubba, what are you doing? Smokey's got all turned around on me. Calm down. Come here. Guess whose birthday it was yesterday? Smokey's. Smokey was 13 yesterday. I think 13. We didn't have much of a celebration. I told him we would have one this weekend. Criminals have it so good over here. 100%. I know it. They can get TVs. I had a friend that was in federal prison for selling marijuana, drug trafficking marijuana, and roosters and stuff. Selling roosters, fighting them and stuff. Guy I went to school with. Anyways, he went to federal prison. And guess what? He had a mini fridge. He had ice cream. He had TV, and he had cable. And he told me you can order these TVs, and they're like the back of them and stuff's like kind of clear. And you can get cable. You know, you got to pay your own cable bill. Oh, thanks, guys. Yeah, yesterday was his birthday, and I was just so upset. We didn't do anything. Of course, I told him happy birthday. But we're going to have a little celebration this weekend. Y'all, I've got to figure out how to make Skylar quit jumping them people. Y'all should see what she done to Mark's leg. No wonder he gets mad at him. He's got like, I bet you, a 3 or 4, probably longer than that, probably a 6-inch freaking scratch mark right in the bend of his leg. Just happened. Oh, yeah, they get free housing. Yeah. And women in prison, they can buy makeup, some prisons. Then you can buy a cover girl, powder, foundation, a little mascara, eyeliner. In some prisons, they got a salon. Other inmates, knows how to do hair, can fix your hair and color it. Something I seen that was, I guess I would consider it cool, is I believe it's in Ohio. They probably do it other places, but there's a prison there. And if you go into prison and you're pregnant, they put you back in this certain housing section, right? Where other women are at, taking care of their little ones. And they can keep their kids there, their babies they have, I believe, up until they're about 2 years old. Yeah, it is so cool. Well, I mean, I think it's good. So if you qualify for it and you're pregnant, you can have the baby and keep the baby for 2 years. I saw it on TV. It's real. I saw it on TV on a little documentary, and it showed the women there and each other helping out with each other's kids and stuff. But here's the thing: they can keep them up to 2 years old, and then they don't get out of prison. If their family don't take the kid, then they go into foster care. Just repetition, CC, and down or no command may take forever. Stay dedicated. Yeah, I'm going to. She just gets so excited and she just loves Mark. But hey, that crap hurts. One time she got the dog cable outside, she clotheslined his ankle with it. Come around, you know what I'm talking about? And it left a big old cut and indention of the red cable. That's why we don't use those no more, which those ropes can do it too. We just make our own, leads for outside. Anyways, let me see. Let's see what else is going on before I get off here. Oh, we just read that. I would like to see where they were confessing to the murder, these teenagers. Let me click on this and see. I believe I got it. I got the video, guys. Let's watch it. Okay, let's see if it'll play. Give it time to load up. I'm so bad to screen share before it's loaded. That's why it does that. I've smoked 2 packs of cigarettes in a day. Okay, let me stop screen sharing and let this load up. And then we're going to watch these 2 little evil weirdos. When I was forbidden from seeing a boy or something, it never entered my mind to hurt my mom or something. It never entered my mind. Yeah, of course I was pissed off about it. Okay.
Welcome back to our YouTube channel.
Let me go back.
Welcome back to our YouTube channel. After turning day 3 after murdering something.
Wow! Don't put that on the camera.
It was worth it. Yeah.
So yeah.
Them two's nuts. They are freaking nuts, y'all. Did y'all hear?
I don't know what to say.
Welcome back to our YouTube channel. After
Day
turning Day 3 after murdering somebody.
Whoa! Don't put that on the camera.
It was worth it.
Mm.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, Sapphire, he is older. Crap, I was muted and didn't know it. He is 18, she's 16. It was worth it. Yeah, it's not going to be worth it when he's sitting in prison. It's not going to be worth it at all. It don't even look like my... Okay, there it is moving. It looked like I was muted. So they was just as happy as they could be. She did look like she had been crying just a little bit, but she's a little psycho too. This was probably all her idea. Usually in these cases, in the cases that I've read about and watched about, when teenage couples do this, it's usually the girl's idea. Most of the time, it is. Oh, I just watched about Diane Zamora. What's her name? Zamora. Is that how you say her name? Her and her boyfriend killed a young girl because her boyfriend had cheated on her with this girl. And they killed her. They lured her out and they killed her. And then they both went off she went to the Navy, I believe. And he went to the Marines. But she ended up telling somebody. And they told a superior, which contacted the police. And then I believe David was the guy's name, told on him. He'll be crying his eyes out. I know it. He's not going to be, he's not going to be holding no girl, rubbing his hands through her hair or touching her face no more. No, no, no. Somebody will make him their bitch in prison. I hate to say that, but it's the truth. He'll be their little bitch. And it'll serve him right. They must have planned on cutting this man's body up. Okay, let's see what else. Since I got a minute here. Trying to catch up on stuff. Oh, do y'all remember? We read a story about they found like a little boy's body in Las Vegas. Well, he was identified, and his mom is the one that killed him. I cannot find the article now. I had it. Hold on, I'll find it. Right here it is. Yeah, someone had found his body like on a trail. I'm busy, but listening. Great Life CC. Oh, thank you, Mandy. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Reminds me of what those two weirdos did to Vanessa Gillen. I know it, but she was so beautiful too. Like, I'm all froze up here. I don't know what's going on. Okay. I think it was last week we read about this little boy. Neighbors describe bizarre scene of abandoned crying boy before 7-year-old Liam Husted was found dead on hiking trail. It says there's a video. Let's watch this video first. I have not been following this. Actually, Never Lose Hope sent me an update on it. and I forgot about it. This is so sad. I don't know why people just don't find someone else to take their kids when they don't want them instead of killing them.
In the hallway. I saw this kid crying. Little kid. And he was crying really bad. So I grabbed him. I said, uh, where's your apartment here? Can you show me where you live? And I noticed he didn't speak English. He speaks Spanish. So he couldn't answer my question. So I said, point where your apartment is. So he walked towards this door, and I knocked on the door, and this lady opened the door. I said, is this your son? She said, no. I said, it looks like he's lost. So I didn't know what to do. I walked him outside, and then there were a lot of people there. A few people came in, and they started talking to him. One of them, he was Spanish, but he was not responding back correctly. So all of a sudden, there was a car parked right there on the corner, right there. And then this guy came out, and he grabbed him. And I said, hey, and I was on the 911 because I call 911. And I was on the phone with the 911, and this guy came, and he grabbed him. I said, well, it looks like his father is here, and he just took him away from me. And she said, does he look comfortable with him? I said, you know what? I'm not 100% sure. He's not really comfortable, maybe. But then this woman came out of the car, and she grabbed him, and then he was kind of comfortable with her. So I said, you know what? Actually, the mom came out, and it looks like he's comfortable talking to her or grabbing her. And I let I gave it to her. When I ran back to home, my wife said, how did you do this? Did you know they were his parents? I'm like, I was on 911 call, and you told me, does he look okay, comfortable with them? And he did. So she said, I cannot believe this. It's unbelievable. And now you're telling me this story is.
How long ago was that?
Was it like, I don't remember, a week, 10 days ago?
But you really think that that was the one?
Yes, definitely, 100%. And then the kid, I can recognize him too. I saw her from far away, but that looks very like her.
That looks like.
I cannot say 100%, but I'm sure 80% it was her.
And what about him?
100%.
Definitely him crying in the hall.
Yes. He was crying. He has booger coming out of his nose, and I kept rubbing his head, like making him comfortable. Yeah. I keep telling him it's okay. We'll find your parents. He was crying very hard.
I'm looking to see what the dates are right now. Just real quick. Let me pull up the dates real quick on when.
Today is what?
Let's see. The body was found near a highway outside the city 10 days ago. But he went the mom was. So. They were last seen in San Jose on May 24th, which would have been.
That's probably the day.
So it would have been almost 2 weeks, so like 12 days or so.
12 days.
Well, that's when they were last seen in San Jose.
Probably.
But then the body was found 10 days ago. So it could have been any time,
Yes, that's about.
So it's around the time.
Yes, it's around the time, yeah.
To hear that his body, that boy's body, 7 years old, was found along a hiking trail in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas?
Yeah. And then she was last seen driving in Colorado. But they're from here. So detectives actually came back here over the weekend. What kind of emotions go through your mind thinking that, you know?
The whole thing was very strange because I asked myself, I said, how could the guy be inside the apartment when you have to have a code or that device to get into apartment? And the boy was here inside, and then the parents were parking right there on the side of the road and just came out. That was very questionable. And I should have done probably more.
And you saw him on this side?
Yes, that's why probably he was in the hallway
Okay.
of exactly where I live.
Sad though.
Huh?
I said it's sad.
I am devastated, man. I feel so bad.
You know, to think that somebody just left a little boy. And for a week after he was found, they couldn't even identify him. He was the John Doe of Las Vegas. Until somebody here in the area knew that he was missing and said something, and authorities called and they made a link. So,
I kind of feel responsible
why?
because I gave it to them without even like asking more questions.
You feel like
Because I was on the phone with 9/11, and I was like, okay, if the 9/11 is okay with them, then I should just
but you never know. You never know if it happened sometime after that or far after that. You never know, right?
yes.
Bless his heart. He didn't know.
Nobody builds 5G
Let me
like Verizon builds 5G.
get this
Because
ad
we're
off here.
engineers who build-
Okay. I need to get out of this for a second. I had to exit completely out of it. I wanted to read the article so we can have like the backstory for everybody that doesn't know. So hold on a minute. It's so sad. One second. Okay, so his little name was Liam. How could you do that to your own child? Just murder them and just discard them like a piece of trash. I'll never be able to understand it. Bless his little heart. Look, he looks like a sweet little feller. This evil bitch. Okay, the man who lives in an apartment building where 7-year-old Liam Husted was living before he died has come forward to describe a disturbing scene that appears to have taken place shortly before Liam's mother, Samantha Moreno Rodriguez, left the boy last month. Hikers found Liam's body on a trail near Las Vegas on May 28th. Authorities believe Rodriguez took her son and left their San Jose, California home on May 24th. They traveled to Southern California, reportedly stopping in Laguna Beach before going to Vegas, where they both checked into a hotel on May 27th. Authorities have said they are confident Rodriguez killed her son and that he died at the same location where his body was found, but have not yet released the boy's cause of death. Liam's father, Nick Husted, told the East Bay Times that when he arrived home on May 24th, both Rodriguez and Liam were gone, along with their belongings. According to multiple and in some cases conflicting reports, Rodriguez left either a note or a voice message telling Husted that she was going to find a home for her and Liam. "I'm sorry I had to do it like this," she reportedly said or wrote. Husted told the news outlet that he was not immediately alarmed or concerned for his son's safety until several days passed and he could not reach his family. He reportedly contacted police on June 1st, but Liam was already dead. Law enforcement sources told the East Bay Times that there had been no previous record of abuse in the home or any indication Rodriguez planned to harm her son, appearing to defend Husted's delayed response to his son's disappearance. But a neighbor at the same apartment building has said he saw a hysterically crying boy he believes was Liam, and his account suggests Liam's parents may have abandoned him inside the building. Oh my goodness. So that's what that guy was talking about when he found him outside. As I walked outside my apartment in the hallway, I saw this kid crying, little kid, and he was crying really bad. Tuman told the news station. He also said that the boy spoke only Spanish, so it was difficult to communicate. Okay, so we know what else he said. Rodriguez was arrested on Tuesday and is awaiting extradition to California, where she is expected to be charged. So she planned on killing her son. And why was he outside the apartment hysterically crying? He knew something or something was going on. It's so sad. Prayers for his family. Bless his little heart. Yes, I saw the update. So awful. I know. Hey, Teresa. Good morning. I'm behind in my chat here. Let me fix it. It always does that. I've never had another device do this. But my laptop, like, I have multiple tabs open, windows opened. But when I go out of my YouTube tab, like to read something and then come back to look at my live chat, my chat is always behind. Like several minutes behind, and I have to catch it up. On my other devices, it wouldn't do that. It's so weird. But anyways. Well, guys, I guess that's all the true crime I'm going to do this morning. I'm going to get off here and get some things done. I don't know if I'll see y'all this weekend or not. I may take some time off of YouTube this weekend, unless I'm here by myself or something. It's been very stressful and hard around here lately, and I'm just going to take a little break. But we will do our channel member stream this coming week, do our ghost story night. Sorry we didn't get to do that, but just had a lot going on with my little Chloe bug. I'm so happy, y'all, that the vet did not want to put her down. I'm so happy. They, for them to say that, they wanted to keep on going with her, she's not suffering. See, I thought she was, and they said that her cough was sounded better. See, I thought it sounded worse, but they said it sounded better because she did cough down there in front of them. Thank God. Because I want them to see firsthand how she does and kind of gasp for air. But they're going to increase her breathing pill. She takes 3/4 a day instead of 2 now. And they did give her some of her cough medicine, but I'm going to try not to use that unless we really, really have to. But anyways, I still not got my damn tie-dye kit in the mail. I got to go pick that up. I got to go get Annabelle something. Annabelle, I thought she had cooties, but she don't. I think it's just the bugs are bothering her, and she's getting underneath their little shelf and scratching her back. And she has scratched it to where she's got 2 stripes going down her back. It's bald. Almost bald. But I looked to make sure she didn't have any lice or anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get something for lice, bugs, mites, a powder, and put all over her. If he's autistic, he may have been nonverbal. I know it, Maggie. Bless his little heart. She was probably telling him when he was crying, she's probably telling him she was going to kill him or something. Who knows? Who knows what the weirdo was saying? Yeah, cooties. I thought she had the cooties. Anyways, guys, I'll keep y'all updated. Like I said, if I have some alone time, we may do a porch chat. I'd say I may have some alone time this weekend, but I am going to try to take it easy. If y'all need me, holler at me in Discord or or something. And y'all pray for Chloe, and I'm going to continue to pray for all of y'all. Y'all pray for Miss Maggie, Always Love, Jack's mom, Light Feather, Boo's Love. Just pray for everybody. Just say all my YouTube friends, okay? Anyways, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you so much for your love and support. It really means a lot to me, guys. Sometimes I don't know what I'd do without y'all. Y'all don't know that because I don't say it, but it is the truth. Like, the first thing I wanted to run to this morning is to y'all and for support and stuff and to get my mind off things. I really appreciate y'all. I really do. Anyways, everybody have a great day. Have a good weekend. Be safe, be kind, and peace. If I can find my end button here.